Hey, what's up everyone? It's your buddy Matt here, live from Merrill, New York. We are having our first annual vintage run. We're on the American side, 2023. Really excited. It's the first time we've been back to the States for a run for a couple years. I'm sure it's going to be a blast. Stay tuned.
There was nothing, you know, and then... Ooh.
So it wouldn't be a vintage run without a pre-start failure.
Yeah, one of the other ones too wouldn't start. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so
Iron or wire in the queue?
I do.
Yeah, there you go.
This one's down.
Uh-oh.
So Safari's been running well?
Not today.
No? Seems like it's this morning's theme.
It ran good for all these years, but today I got an electrical issue.
Yeah.
Must have been a wet ride up here.
Running one cylinder or what? Or
No spark.
no spark at all?
It starts, but then it dies. Water and key, maybe. Yeah. But I mean, ski doing, I'd have the same issue, no? You think so?
So a lot of fiddling around this morning, a little bit more than usual. Vintage sleds, you always have to expect it, but it seems like a lot of people are having problems this morning. Hopefully that will get resolved and we can take off on time.
What's new? 3 years.
How's it going? So what'd you bring up?
76 Pantera and a 77 Jag.
So it's a nice morning, nice in terms of temperature. We're at just slightly below freezing and snowy. So apparently there's gonna be a bit of water out on the trails. Hopefully that won't cause us too many issues. But no, in general, could be a lot worse. We have snow on the ground and the run is on. Still working on the Safari electrical issue. Well, we got another one running, so that's good. Let's see if we can get 2 for 2. First pull, nice. You gotta love the smell of old gas, or at least, you know, that first start in the morning when they're smoking, all dark gray, and absolutely lovely. So they've resorted to the service of the master mechanic over here, Chris. If he can't get it running, no one can.
You did for sure. You got mine running.
There we go. That's a 74?
72.
72? Very nice shape. Very nice shape.
That year's, that's not yellow, right?
No, that's it. That's what's cool. The brown color, eh? It's yeah, the old Nordics. Fully equipped. Electric start, forwards, reverse. That's it. All the commodities we take for granted. That was quite the technology.
Yeah, I know it.
So, what was it? Magic fingers. Magic fingers. Nice single cylinder TNT, 1972. Vintage run isn't complete without the vintage attire. Speaking of vintage attire, time to put on my costume. So one of our club members, Frank, has a really cool little collection here in his shop. Got an old Arctic Cat, an old Bombardier, and that Husky was seen. He just finished it up when we shot the, I think it was the 2019 video that we did here. You guys can check that out, and here it is now in his showroom, getting exposed for all to see. All right, so wardrobe change complete. For those of you wondering, today I'm sporting a late 1970s Skidoo attire to match my 1979 Everest liquid-cooled 444. You've seen it before, and I'm getting kind of boring with always taking the same sled, but hey, so far it's been reliable. I hope it doesn't let me down today. So sure enough, the trusty 444 looks a little different. Looks a little different if you've noticed. I ditched the toolbox on the back, and I went ahead and changed my seat. The old one was all cracked up, so I went with this aftermarket one. Looks pretty good. It makes the sled a little cleaner, and without the toolbox, it retains its original allure. Also, it doesn't really show, but for the first time in years, usually I never clean my sleds, and I made the comment when we did the Hemingford run last year that it was a shame that I didn't wash it down because it is a nice original Survivor. So I cleaned it down with Windex, and that's it. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. So along with my vintage attire, I'm feeling pretty good about my overall aesthetics today. So I always enjoy erring on the side of caution, and I always enjoy bringing tools and parts on these runs. And when I removed that toolbox, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to travel light this time. The Everest has been running well for a couple years now. After the tune-up I've given it, posted a video on that last year on the 10-minute tune-up, and sure enough, it started first pull this year. And I don't want to jinx it, but it's been running pretty well, at least for the 10 seconds that I had it going and putting it in the trailer. I really hope that I don't have a breakdown today. Seems like that's the theme, but overall, guys have been getting them going. We're kind of ready to go, so I'm going to do some final prep and get this ride underway. So in true vintage run fashion, we've done probably about 30 seconds of snowmobiling and we're already stopped. Let's go find out what's going on. I think we're just waiting for some people. on one cylinder. All right, so we got a couple breakdowns so far, nothing major, but we're waiting on some people, and because we're going so slow, I think I followed the plug, so I'm gonna do a quick plug change. Not uncommon on the Everest when you're moving 5 miles an hour through the forest. All right, so I got a little nervous there. When I was changing my spark plug, I left the wire kind of dangle and it touched up against the hot exhaust, and I actually melted my spark plug wire. I don't think it hit the copper, but I taped it all up, and looks like it's running on 2 cylinders now. I kind of booted a bit in the forest to try to keep it going, but that Everest, like if you're not going 30 miles an hour, you're gonna foul plugs. At least that's what happens to mine. So anyways, we're back running. This one's acting up on me too. That's nicer to cut off that trail, off the road. Oh yeah, yeah. All right, so overall things are going well. If you notice, I'm not wearing any more glasses. Unfortunately, my trademark Matt's Workshop glasses have been lost on the trails. Unfortunately, I took them off to swap out that plug, and I put them on the seat, and I guess I just lost them. So oh well, no glasses for me for the rest of this event. Anything can happen in these vintage runs. So how's your sled running?
It's running good.
Yeah?
Got a little warm. Just open that hood a little bit.
Open that hood up a little, cool it down. So even the Nordic's coming along, slow and steady. So it's running well?
No.
No?
You can't stop it and it'll shut right off.
It shuts off when you stop, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just gotta keep rolling.
It's not worth the shit.
Just gotta keep going. And then we have the stragglers. That, I think the Safari, I think there's an Enticer. They're kind of running on 1 cylinder, no cylinders, electrical issues, you name it. I think they're swapping out plugs left and right. So they're out there somewhere in the wilderness. So while we're stopped waiting for our comrades, let's have a quick question. If you guys want to leave a comment down below, I got a question for you. How come this Everest keeps fouling plugs when you're not running very fast? If you guys did check out that 10-minute tune-up video I mentioned earlier, you'll know that I put in, what's the politically correct term? Imported condensers. I put them in, I took the Bosch ones out, I put in the import ones, and could that cause it? Could it be, I think my points were good. Could it be my coils? They are original Bosch coils, but they're probably like 45 years old. So how come I keep fouling plugs when I'm going under 20 miles an hour? Let me know. So what year is your Arctic Cat?
This is a 1971 chassis. It originally was a 760.
So that's not the original motor?
Not the original engine.
Is it an Altigre motor?
No. I had a 399 Kawasaki on it, but then one of my friends gave me a 1994 Arctic Cat Jag, and I took the engine off the Jag and put it on this along with the oil injection system, so it's oil injected so I don't have to mix the fuel.
So you're cheating. You got like a 94 motor in a 1972 sled. Oh, okay, that's why you're running so well, so nice and reliable here. Okay, cheating.
Yeah. So anyway, like I say, I bought the chassis in a salvage yard, and I had found a seat and got the tank and odded ends here and there and a hood.
Is that an original seat?
That is an original seat.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I had an extra track lying around and put a sled together for our Ironman ride. And
Yeah.
there
Made
she
it through.
is.
You made it through the Ironman with it.
I did.
Yeah. Beautiful sled.
Yeah.
So I don't want anyone telling me that I'm only favoring Ski-Doos. Look at this. I just did a little segment on an Arctic Cat for all you Arctic Cat guys out there. Trying to make alternate plans, maybe try to get back a little faster. We're sort of out in the middle of nowhere, and the blizzard's coming in. This is fun.
I went riding with some young guys.
Alright, so we got some guys back. One guy, I think his stator went out apparently, and he parked it at some farmer's house, so we should be underway soon. I don't know what that was. Anyways, we made it. Well, most of us made it. And now it's lunchtime. All right, so we're in some town I don't really know the name of. And we're going to have some lunch. Nice little restaurant, I think, called Number 5 Restaurant. And this run is proving to be a little difficult, mainly because of the snow. Very, very wet snow. I mean, it might as well be raining. A couple guys are going to load up their sleds and get out of here. We're going to persevere, but not before eating a little lunch. So I hope you're enjoying the video so far. As the lunch was pretty good, and layered on all my soaking wet clothes. So back to the sled we go.
It's colder than a while ago.
Yeah. So we're all gassed up. Some of the sleds, like I mentioned, aren't going to make it for the rest of the run. And then those who are willing are going to continue. You never know when you stop if it's going to start back up again. And there's no more room in our emergency trailer. Looks like he's got it. So today's run was kind of difficult. A lot of breakdowns, kind of bad weather, and I lost my glasses. So I can't get any worse than that. But let's still consider it a great success. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next one. Signing out. Oh, look what I found here. I knew I couldn't have been that stupid.